Moving on to the NLCS here, gentlemen, where we are up 1-0 for the Phils after a really, really, really good combined pitching performance, obviously started by Zach Wheeler and his 7 shutout innings. Schwarber going deep, nearly hit a ball 500 feet in that one as well. In this one, we've got Blake Snell on the mound versus Aaron Nola. Not exactly a regression for the Phils there, as Aaron Nola is really good as well on top of Wheeler. So what do you do with this one? The Pods are now, they're obviously down a bit and plus 750, I believe, if you want to get them with a very specific bet that you were talking about here, Nate, with the Pods over the Astros in that World Series potential. So what are you looking at here for the odds? Are you still liking the Pods to come out of this one and actually looking ahead to how you can make some more money off of them?
I'm a little concerned when you look at this matchup, but we do like games 3 and 4 as they line up further away for the Padres. So you could even look at them, if you want to get even better odds for this particular series. If they fall into a 2-0 hole, you're definitely going to get some interesting bets here. I was just looking at the World Series forecast. I expect the Astros to be there. So if you take either side of that, you could get the Pods over them at 750, or you can get the Astros to beat the Pods at nearly plus 500. We talked about before this game one, we expect the Phillies to win, and then we expect the Padres to be able to come back and win the series. I'm a little, I'm starting to get Team of Destiny vibes, though, from the Phillies. I'd be a little scared. I know Mo's invested already in hopes that those Pods will pull out of this. But you look at the matchup, it's not good for San Diego here. Snell went 0-2 with a 6.8 ERA against the Phillies, a team that crushes lefties. Has a good numbers in the playoffs overall, but also very high walk rate in those starts. And Nola, similar to Zach Wheeler, just a righty that can spin it, and that's pitched very well against San Diego. 10 Ks, 1 earned over 7 innings this year. Handled lefties really well, drawing a high 37% outside swing rate. Interesting that the Padres posted the lowest outside swing rate after the All-Star break, so they should be disciplined against him. I think the recipe for success for them here is to keep it close and get it to that bullpen. And the Phillies bullpen still kind of overachieving, so if they can get it there, I think they can even this series. And I would look at the plus 1.5 for the series for the Pods to at least force Game 7 if they don't mind it and end up winning this thing. But I think you'd favor them at home in a Game 7 if it does get there.
Not the best start for the Padres, obviously, but they've had this tendency to have their offense disappear at times this year, for sure. We've seen it all year. I'm not that worried yet. I think I would still buy into the Padres. I'm already pretty heavily invested, like you said, though, Josh. So not going to add any more, but just going to keep sweating it and hoping good things happen from here on out. We did talk about how good the Phillies hit lefties. 115 WRC plus. That was 6th in baseball. The nice thing for Snell today, he's been relying pretty heavily on his slider lately. The Phillies did produce a negative run value against the slider. They were still like a fringe top 10, I believe, but sliders did overall cost them. San Diego, they produced a positive run value against curveballs, although they only ranked 12th. That's Aaron Nola's best weapon, so that could be helpful for them here. Both starters had really strong game ones as far as like Darvish and Wheeler go. So what that basically means here is both bullpens are going to be pretty much well stocked and saved most of their bullets. Even the Phillies throwing their high leverage guys, and none of them had any especially heavy workload. So I think they'll still at least be available for an inning today. Under 6.5 at plus, I thought made some sense. I'd be willing to look at that one. I think, both. The thing about Snell, I know that he had those tough games and the Phillies did hit lefties, but I don't think it's that relevant because when you look at the way Snell's season went, he was so much better in the second half and really cleaned things up, his approach, his mechanics. Those starts against Philly were in May and June, so I just don't think it's anything to worry about right there. So just going to hope Snell pulls through here. The line looks exactly fair to me. I had this at minus 115, so wouldn't have any interest in either side on the main line for game 2.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I mean, this one, especially as you mentioned a couple of times, the Phillies just crushing that lefty pitching. So I don't know. I'm with you, Mo. I don't know that I would try to recoup anything from that, first game 1 in the pods. I think you just wait this out. It's a long series. It's baseball. You grind it out and see if you can get those pods to pull something out here. So that is all the time we have for you guys in this one. Make sure you are liked and subscribed to that page. Continue to follow along with us during this MLB postseason, as we are going to continue coming back to you guys. So until we see you next, happy betting.